This is Jordan Goronsky doing his policy speech for public speaking. I am Whitney, and there is Brian, and we are observing today.
Hi, my name is Jordan Goronsky. The topic I chose for my policy speech is recycling. I believe the United States should invest more time and money into recycling. We should all recycle the goods we consume because it will conserve natural resources, employ people, conserve landfills, conserve energy, and reduce our dependence on overseas natural resources. There are some current policies that are in need of a makeover. I will be discussing a plan that I have come up with that I believe could work if more people become aware of the need to recycle. First, I would like to talk about why there is a need to recycle. If the country as a whole would start to reduce, reuse, and recycle, and buy recycled products, this would make a huge contribution to conserving our environment. Recycling can save you money by cashing your cans, plastic bottles, glass containers. Recycling also creates jobs and employs the people who collect the recyclable materials, process the materials, transport the materials to factories where the reusable products will be turned into brand new products. In California alone, the recycling industry has created approximately 85,000 jobs and produces $10 billion in products and services each year. That's according to CaliforniaRecycle.gov. If more people have incentive to recycle, think of how many jobs will be created nationwide, all due to recycling. Also, if we get more people to recycle, it will conserve a lot more energy than it already does. It is proven that recycling conserves energy that would be needed to create the same product from its raw resources. This means the more products that are recycled, the more our environment will benefit from it. That's according to the Department of Environmental Quality. The more products that we can recycle will reduce the amount of items that are being dumped into our precious landfills, which can ultimately lead to the potential of contamination of our underground water sources and the release of methane gases. That's according to the EPA.gov. And lastly, recycling will reduce our dependence on overseas oil and gases and reduce our foreign trade deficit, which will ultimately strengthen our economy. According to Overland.edu, Americans throw away enough glass bottles and glass jars every 2 weeks to fill the World Trade Center. Everything that I have stated are important reasons why we need to make recycling more of a priority in the United States. Now I'm going to talk to you about a plan that will make recycling more popular. First, I think the public needs to be more educated about the damages to the environment that we are causing due to not recycling. More commercials, billboards, flyers, and other educational techniques need to be put in place. I believe that every household should be given a recycling bin, and the amount of recycled products you produce by the end of the month you should be compensated for. I think the more products you recycle, the more money you should receive at the end of the month. Some cities do give money off your garbage bills if you recycle, but they do not keep track of how much you recycle, so everyone is compensated the same. My plan would pay you by the pound, so the more you recycle, the more money you will get back. The way this plan will work is with the help of state, local, and federal governments. The federal government will give the states grant money that they will use to create recycling programs that will run cost effective as possible, and in hopes to make local and state governments money that they will use to pay back the initial money that was given to them by the federal government. Basically, my recycling plan will be run like a business. The federal government is the investor in hopes that the state and local governments will be able to make money, create jobs, and conserve our natural resources. In conclusion, if more Americans can become aware of the need to recycle, our nation will greatly feel the effects. More jobs will be created, our environment will be conserved, our landfills and energy will be conserved. According to recycling.colorado.edu, the average American throws away 600 times their weight in garbage in a lifetime, which means the average person will leave around 90,000 pounds of trash on the earth. By recycling, we can reduce this number greatly.